Cool. So let's connect to the Arduino. The first thing you want to do is select the COM port. So we're going to use COM5, as you recall, that was the Arduino. And then you're going to want to click on the gear for the configuration for the connection control. Go to Settings, and where it says DTR enabled over here, choose that. And then click Save. Now, before you click Save, you're going to notice that there's a drop down for the baud rate. Normally that's something that you would want to do if it was connected over like an FTDI or something. But because we're going to be connected directly with this particular USB driver, it doesn't matter what this is set for. It could be set for anything. It's going to be the same speed no matter what. So we can click on Save, and then now we just click our Connect button. And you can see here it's connected. So I'll show you actually what just happened. So you can see that it's connected and it's to the Arduino, which is now an EZB. Oops. I'm going to load up the debug here so we can see all the debug information. I'm just going to click copy and put this into a notepad so you can read it on the screen better. I'll make the font a little bit bigger for you. There, okay. So what you can see here is that what version of Windows and the screen resolution we're set for. A version of Easy Builder we're running, but then you're going to see here it says that the capabilities. So this is a running DJ's Arduino Leonardo V1. It's yours truly, my firmware, and it supports a bunch of capabilities. So these are features that you can use in Easy Builder on this particular firmware. So you can go ahead and modify it and do your own versions, but this will do ADC ports. It'll do digital read I/O. It'll do hardware TX and UX, so you can control Dynamaxel servos and things. So I think that's what we're going to play with today. We're going to hook up Dynamaxel servos to it. You can do PWM on the digital ports, PWM servos, as well as you can transmit data like TX serial data on all digital ports, and it has native USB connectivity. So these are the capabilities that will be supported inside of Easy Builder. So, cool. Okay, so a couple things we can do to start. Let's check out our communication speed. So there's a benchmark that we have here, this one here. And the benchmark control that we're running, we can change how many commands we're going to send. So let's send 3,000 commands. So let's read 3,000 command our ADC values and see what our performance is like. So 930 commands per second. I would say that's pretty good. Let's try setting 3,000 servo positions randomly. 2,000 commands per second for that. That's great. Let's see here. Let's set 3,000 digital port values. It should probably be around the same. Yeah, 2,100. And then let's read digital port. Digital port reading is going to be quicker than ADC. Not much though. 961 versus 930 of ADC. So I'd say the performance is up there. I mean, that's great. You're definitely getting real quick, instant, no latency. You're not going to be like through Wi-Fi or anything. You're going to be able to talk directly to the I/O from Easy Builder. It's running right on the device itself. So that's going to go a long way. A couple things we can do while we're in here, I guess, is I have a camera, a USB camera someplace. Where did I put it? Oh, here's one. I wanted to try out if the video works very well, like how quickly it's going to process video. So here's a Microsoft HD, nothing special camera. So we can plug this into the LattePanda here. Now there are 3 USB ports, as you can see. The one USB port that's blue, obviously, is USB 3. And then these other 2 here are USB 2. So this camera I'm using, I believe, only cares about USB 2. So I'm not going to need to worry about taking up a USB 3 port for that. Cool. All right. So let's take a look if this is detected and what our camera looks like here. So from our camera control, we can select it. Nice. And we should also be able to select the resolution. So 320 by 240 should be fine. I like 320 by 240. I know a lot of you guys like high resolutions because you think it looks crisper and everything, but the computer doesn't care. I like performance over anything else. So we'll click Start. And there we go. It's running. So let's take a look at our tracking. We're getting 30 frames, 20, 24, 25 frames per second. I'd say that's running great. Look at that. Jared, check it out. Look how quick that is. Look at the 30 frames per second. Yeah, that's fantastic. And this is just using just a generic webcam here. Okay, cool. So let's try some tracking stuff. Here, let me put this down like this. Okay, we have something that's a color, the DF robot box. So why don't we teach the DF robot, or the robot here that we're playing with, this box. So what we're going to do is we're going to do multicolor, and I'll just call this DF robot box. And let's fine tune just the color for the box. Cool. This is great. This is running like super great performance. Wow. Okay, now let's turn on tracking and multicolor. And then we're going to go back to our, oh, we're on the right tab right here. So this is, so you can see we're at 14 frames per second. Let's turn off multicolor and we jump back up to 30. So it's taking quite a bit of performance to be able to do the tracking, but that's still nothing. I mean, we're still getting a pretty decent amount of frame rate out of this. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Let's try something different. Let's turn this off, the multicolor tracking, and let's try teaching this this camera control the DF robot logo as an object. Let's see how this works. So we'll train new object. We'll select the area of the screen. There we go. And we'll type in the object name, DF robot. And okay, I always mess this up. I got to practice first before I do it because I always end up leaving the box because everything's reversed. See, there we go. I wouldn't be a very good mime. I would mime everything backwards. Okay, so I'm going to say learn in selected area. All right. I'm probably teaching it more just blank empty space of orange than anything else. Oh, I picked it up. And it seems to be running quick. So let's go back to tracking here and turn object tracking on. There, it's detected it. And again, we dropped the frame rate in about half to do object tracking. So if we're going to do both object tracking and multicolor tracking at the same time, we dropped about oh no, we're back up again to half. So it's running pretty good. This little device is doing two different types of tracking, plus it's doing an object tracking with machine learning. This is fantastic. Let's check out the performance on Task Manager. Okay, so I just hit Control-Shift-Escape on the keyboard to load up Task Manager. And you can see here we're using 20% of CPU. Let's take a look at our logical processors so we can see how the multi-threading is working out. So the multi-threading is distributing the process on the camera well. So we're not taking over just one core entirely. We're distributing that as EasyBuilder is meant to do. So it's leaving quite a bit of CPU left over. I mean, it's using up to 27, 25% of CPU. That's what you'd want. Cool. Yeah, there's our DF robot logo being detected.